She made history at Coachella by becoming the first Vietnamese-American artist to perform at the music festival. Now breakout singer Thuy is letting her hair down in her latest smash single after releasing viral hits that won the hearts of fans worldwide. And today, just for Music Fest Fridays, the rising pop R&B artist will be performing live right here in the studio.
Yep, and she is joining us right now. Thuy, welcome. Good to see you.
Hi.
Yes.
I'm so honored to be here.
Well, we can't wait to hear you sing.
I'm excited. Yeah, it's going to be a great time.
It's fun. Let's talk about, we're in LA. You live here now, but you're from San Francisco, specifically the East Bay. Yeah. Grew up around music. What got you hooked?
Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, all the like pop queens of my day. I'm a 90s baby and I just love that type of music. So when I saw Britney Spears release her first album, I just knew that that was something I wanted to do, but it was a dream I felt like I couldn't say out loud to my parents because my parents are both immigrants from Vietnam, and they have always instilled in me and my 5 other siblings like school. So I just naturally was like, okay, I'm just gonna go do school and make my parents proud. But it was always a dream that I kept inside, never let it die.
And in fact, speaking of school, you actually were going to have a career in the medical field.
Yeah.
So what finally said, Mom, Dad, no, I'm going to be an singer?
Well, I think I've always loved, I kind of gravitated towards the medical fields because one, I knew that was going to make my parents proud, but I didn't think I could be a lawyer. So I was like, maybe I'll do the medical field. And I always loved helping people. Like that was always something I felt like I've always been drawn to. And I think music was always something that was constant in my life, but it wasn't actually until I moved back to the Bay Area. I was literally preparing to apply to PA school and I missed the application date by a day. I'm like logging in, about to just upload my personal statement, all of that. And I'm like, wait, it's done. So at the time I was also releasing music, and because that happened, I was like, maybe I take the chance on myself and move to Los Angeles and try it.
And is that when you actually went into the studio doing a lot of work with pop R&B?
So I actually, while I was working at the medical field, I was kind of having a Hannah Montana lifestyle. Like I would go and work, I would study, and then in my pastime, I would go to the studio, and my parents had no idea. They thought I was studying with my friends.
Wow.
So I was kind of living this double life almost, and it wasn't until that happened that I was like, okay, maybe this is meant to happen. Yeah. Even though at the time I thought my parents were gonna kill me.
Yeah.
Literally.
Okay, so your sophomore EP was called Girls Like Me Don't Cry. A lot of fans worldwide loved it. What was your reaction? What was your parents' reaction when the cat was out of the bag?
Oh, that Girls Like Me Don't Cry. No, they've actually, so I have a Vietnamese nickname called Chibeo, and it means like crying bird, I think, or God, all my Vietnamese fans, please don't come for me. But basically my uncle gave me this nickname because I used to cry all the time, like all the time. And I think maybe I knew I wanted to be a singer at a young age. And it's funny now that like my cousins are having kids, and when they're crying, they're like, yeah, keep crying because maybe you'll become a singer like your cousin Thuy. So that's really cool. But I've always been a crybaby. I've always been a very vulnerable, emotional girl. And my parents knew that. So I think the song was like no surprise to them.
I love that. And then you also are big on social media as well.
Okay.
Yeah, like so basically your song goes viral, then you get noticed and like millions of fans. How does that feel?
I think I think every day is different, which is kind of cool because I think that was what I was missing in the medical field. I felt like I would just get bored, but this job that I have now is insane because every day is not the same. And I think that's why it keeps me on my toes. But anytime things go viral, it's never at the time that you want it to. Things will happen out of your control. So you kind of just roll with the punches, but I feel like that's the fun part about being an artist.
So we mentioned Coachella, big crowd there, but you've done a lot of international shows all over, huge crowds. What's your reaction to that when you see all those people out there getting into your music?
Well, I always have imposter syndrome, even with Coachella, because I'm like backstage and I look to my team and I was like, is there anyone out there? And they were like, they're trickling in. I was like, no one's here. But then like I get out there and I have all these people show up for me. And I feel so proud, right, that I get to represent the people who look like me. But also it's just I can't describe the feeling of people singing the lyrics back to you. It's like you do something that is so therapeutic for you, and then people are singing the lyrics back so like hard, they're like screaming it, at the top of their lungs. So it's like this inside connection I have with them, and it's just the best feeling. That's like the best part about doing live shows is when you get to connect in that way.
You're gonna be singing your new single, Hair Down.
Hair down.
Yeah, we talked, a little bit about. So what's gonna be happening with that?
So Hair Down is a bop, but today we're gonna slow it down and we're gonna give people a little bit of the feels, but the song is a bop. However, there's a lot of meaning behind the song. It's really about like letting go of the things that don't serve you. You might be going through whatever it is in your life, or you might be overwhelmed with your job or whatever it is that you do. But sometimes we just have to learn to let our hair down, even if we don't have long hair.
Yes.
If you have short hair, no hair.
Or
like,
no
whatever,
hair,
literally.
right?
But you just have to like let go sometimes and just let your hair down.
Mine doesn't go down, it goes out. So.
If it goes out, it's okay.
Okay, so you head over that way.
Okay.
All right. We're going to
Here we
tee you
go.
up here for your live performance. In the meantime, do not forget to save her new single, Hair Down, on all major music platforms. And be sure to follow her on Instagram and TikTok at Thuy Music.
And now to a live KTLA 5 premiere performance just for Music Fest Fridays. Here is Thuy with Hair Down.